Hello. Hey Stagwood. Poppy streams. Imbrego. Welcome. Hey Misty Valentine. Hope you're doing well. Well, sorry I'm late. Weird. It's weird started so late. This is like a lot of times lately when I'm ending. Well, we'll see how it goes. How dare I? I know. Unbelievable. Fake streamer. Oh, I'm sorry, Stagwood. No, I'm glad you're here now. Okay. So, I had some plans for today, but I've decided I might just work on this picture of Rex, or maybe we'll line the monster characters. I'm good with either, I think. Either way, we're gonna have to sit here and probably fuss about for a little bit with figuring out like our lines. Hey, Halo. Black. Oh, hi. Yeah, here's the monster picture. And again, what we would be doing is getting rid of like all of it. We would just be keeping the structure of it all and then lining it and then placing the flats and then going about coloring it that way. But then there's also this. And then ideally, we'd like this to have been done, you know, the other day, but it didn't happen. Hello, Slush. Moony Raven, good to see you. Yeah, today's stream is sponsored by DeviantArt. I actually am wearing the new DeviantArt shirt. Here, let me see if I can show you guys the back. I'll see that. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Anyway, it's the our new DeviantArt collective shirt, which is pretty cute. Some of the team members over at DeviantArt, they actually designed it, so that was fun. And then we picked which ones we wanted on it. So it's fun. Finally picked it up. Oh no. Paused our music. Oh no. So sometimes this thing happens where I accidentally unplug my monitor, or not my monitor, but my Huion. And then it recalibrates where the mouse is. So the mouse was like on my other screen. And that's really fancy, thank you. It smells like freshly printed, so it's a little bit like it smells a little bit like Easter when you like dye your eggs. But I was like, nobody's smelling me. It's okay. I'll wash it after. What am I doing? Fixing Huion. I can stay on task. Yeah, we just want to redo the workspace to be the actual tablet. There we go. Whew. All right. So yeah, there is this. Looking at it again now, I see some few things I might want to adjust. It's not as bad as it could have been, as far as like things we'd want to change. But I think I want to pull up another picture of her as a reference real fast. I think we'll start with this, okay? And then if I want, we'll just swap over. But on Thursday, I'm actually going to be working on a picture for DeviantArt's challenge they have going on right now, where you fix Mona Lisa. So that'll be fun. If you have suggestions of what you think would, you know, fix Mona Lisa, I would be interested in hearing them. I think right now, I'm thinking we're gonna make Mona Lisa a kimono Mimi, potentially of the big kitty goth girlfriend variety. So I think that's what I'm gonna aim for on Thursday. That was gonna maybe be today, but I don't know. I wasn't ready. Seems like she's a little too big for the basket. I have the idea that there was this rabbit in the basket and then she got in it and kicked the rabbit out. So I think it was intended for the little rabbit. Ugh. Resting on my armrest and falling over. What am I doing? Oh, we're doing this. This is the song that Calvin plays sometimes. So poor Calvin. Yeah, okay. Hey, Vincent. Let's see. Diamonds Raw. Oh. I see, I see. How are you feeling, Calvin? I hear it now. Also, I went outside and I kind of feel like I was bit by mosquitoes, but I don't think I was. Like, I don't see any spots. I'm a little bit uncomfortable. All right. Got it. Oh, a bit better. You're hoping to stream tomorrow? Yeah, it's been weird with you not streaming these last few days. But I'm glad that you're getting some rest. All right. Also, I meant to say the character designs Friday you had? Wow, everybody's designs were like incredible. It was so, I don't know, it was so good. Cute. Yeah, I don't think it was mosquitoes, but maybe it was. Just a little bit itchy. It was like on the bottom of my foot or like on my leg. I'm like trying to erase this with my mouse and it's not easy. Okay. Anyway, this is my reference. I at least have something. And it's also a decent guide for how we want the lines to look. But yeah, having looked at it, there's a few things I want to adjust. Oop, I am so sorry. I bonked y'all in the ears. Yeah, I think I want to adjust this a bit in Liquify. That back eye is a little bit wonky. And I think I also want to make this a smidge larger. All right, I'll have to zoom in. It's not bad, but I don't think I want it to stay how it is right now. How's everybody else been doing? What have y'all been up to this Tuesday? It is Tuesday, right? I think Kasem was also not feeling well. I was like, I don't know. It's weird. All these streamers not feeling well. Back to drawing, so you're happy about that? Well, that's good. What were you working on as your like first drawing, getting back into it? I had a pretty good art day. Not Monday. Might have been Sunday, but I was working pretty hard, and then I actually think I like semi-injured my arm again. So I caught it though, like as it was happening, and so I just like stopped for the rest of the day, and then was afraid to draw the next day. But I had good progress prior to it like giving out. But I think what I've decided is like my limit is probably I can draw like maybe 20 to like 15 minutes of like solid like drawing without a break. But any more than that, I think does my arm in, because I was doing like the whole like Pomodoro with the 25 minutes on and the 5 minutes off. But I was sitting there like, wow, there's still time. All right, I'll keep drawing. And all of a sudden my arm would start hurting, and I'm like, yeah, maybe that's not the most agreeable for me. Hey, Black Flames. Hold on, I'm trying to move my chair a little bit so I can maybe use my armrest a bit more. Meme stuff, lol. It's a gift for someone. Oh, fun. Will it be posted, you think? You guys hear that? Maybe not. You guys hear me saying I love you a whole lot? Let me know. I'll take away Abra's toy. Not sure what will happen to it. It's barely even a drawing, if I'm being honest. I see. I mean, maybe your patrons will get to see it. If it's not, I guess like a private picture. Hold on, I need to open my Coke. Okay. You're also drawing? What are you drawing? When it looks like something? Okay. It's really not what you think. Okay. Hey, Fusion Tech. Good to see you. Is this one of the benefits of streaming late? Got like a hair in my eye. It's still there. Nope. Still in there. Maybe if I blink enough, it'll go away. Nope. Become a very cute bead girl VTuber. Oh, very cool. All right. I know you need a mirror for that. It happens to you a lot. Or a bottle of water to rinse it out. That's the worst thing, is it's like it happens when you have like mascara on, you know? And it's like, can't get this eye wet. Because then I've ruined everything. Let me try my phone. I mean, I don't see nothing. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it was all in my head. Mission Impossible hair in the eye. Yeah. So, oh, you guys can't quite see her. Alice is like beside me. Okay. I still feel kind of like the sketch is too visible on the lines, so maybe that's better. I also think I don't want it thicker than this. We will do it like a 15, maybe 20 towards the feet. I'm pretty sure I changed some brush settings the other day. Also, it's lazy to zoom me on. It doesn't feel like it is. It is on. I'm just stuck. uh, this is what I get for like my first time drawing today. My stream. Oh, you didn't get a notification? Sorry. Sometimes I guess I don't know what's up with like the email notification, like why it works sometimes, not other times. But you found out what was wrong with your wrist. What happened to it? Tendinitis. Okay, so inflammation of your tendons. Wait, do they know what caused it? Do you know what caused it? Hmm. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Did they at least tell you what to do? Like, are you icing it or something? Oh, oh, mix up. Oh, using your laptop. Dang, body's giving out on us. You need to take medication and go to physical therapy. Hmm. Yeah, I hope it starts feeling better too. I'm like supposed to go and get like that nerve study in a few days. I kind of still don't really know like what the like what we're looking for once we figure out, I don't know, I guess where the damage potentially is. Oh, Mr. Squirtle, thank you so much for subscribing. And hold on. See. Does this still work? No. Mr. No. We've had text to speech on for like subscribers and such. Oh, Nerve City, they're gonna check your spine. I don't think so. I asked them if it was gonna take like an hour. Because they scheduled me for an hour, and they're like, yeah, it'll probably take an hour. So, we'll see. It should be fine. Ian, I don't think I ever disabled it. We just stopped doing like subscriber text to speech, but say when somebody subscribes, the notification has text to speech. Yeah, subscribers having the text to speech, it was too much. I think if I were to not have like my mic on or something, maybe it would make sense to have like text to speech on, kind of like Kuya. Also, had anybody else like logged on Twitter today and felt like they were getting like tweets that they hadn't seen in forever and didn't even know that like they were following people? I haven't to anybody else because I feel like I logged in today. I'm like, who are all these people? What the heck? I don't know if I was like getting ads or something or like what, but most of the time on my Twitter, all I get is like art. And then today it was just like, not. Don't use Twitter, so yeah. I almost exclusively use it to just tell people that I'm streaming. I need to upload some art to my Twitter though. Ah. Could have just been a weird cycle you stumbled upon. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what it was of. I was just like, who are you people? Alright, I do all the lines and I hate them. Let me pull up a different reference. Oh look, Alice. But yeah, I'm so itchy. Is this what I get for going outside? Is it glitter? Is that's what? Oh my god, there is a lot of glitter on me. Maybe it's glitter. Maybe the glitter is just like digging into my skin. I like look down at my arm and there's like a bunch of rainbows on it. Honestly, that's something I kind of miss. I used to like have I used to have a lot more like general glitter makeup, and now I just have like a few glitter eyeshadows. But I miss it. What am I doing? I know. I already have a slight tan from going to that baseball game. There's a part of me that's like, I need to do a in-depth dive on this arm because I'm not sure if I fully understand like what's going on with it. Maybe I just do it and get it out of the way. How long is here? Hello. I went weeks. Oh, when I went weeks of my eye itching because of pollen. You know, you should never go back outside unless it's to buy Diet Pepsi. Ew. Ew. I hate Diet Pepsi. It's so bad. I like went and saw a movie with some family and all they had was Diet Pepsi. Wasn't good. I'll do Diet Dr. Pepper and Diet Mountain Dew. I like that, but not Diet Pepsi. The song is smacking you in the face. It went for so long you didn't notice your eyes that your eyes stopped itching. Oh. What is the track? It's Beverly Chills by Aaron Evo. Yeah. The pollen here, I think, was bothering me a little bit. Like, like I had like that like brief like just scratchy itch in my face. But part of the reason I was late is I have an uncle who is like in the Middle East most of the time for work. And I wanted to get to see him before he leaves. So I made some time to do that. And we were out eating. But the place we were eating at was outside. So got like a face full of pollen. It's okay, late. Art stream is cool. So I meant to also say that I might think elves suffer from pollen every spring. That would be unfortunate, right? Like a wood elf that has a distinctive taste for you. But yeah, not 100% sure, but there is a chance I will stream on Friday. Instead of on Saturday. Not 100% sure yet, but I will let y'all know. Did you get Diet Coke when you went to eat with your uncle? No. I got beer. Oh, with flowers? You hear me? Okay. Making me think of when Jimbo drew that tree that was down bad. You know, like the pollen and all that. And her face is doing that, talking about her addiction. I don't try to, okay? I feel like it's some of y'all not willing to let my addiction sit by itself. I was listening to a video today and they were talking about like the stages of addiction, and I'm definitely in the denial slash I don't have a problem. Y'all got a problem with my addiction. But, you know, maybe eventually it'll get into the stage where I want to do something about it. But right now, I don't want to do anything. But I did giggle about it. Intervention. It was pretty great. Like, when I worked at a dental office and I'd show up with like my 52-ounce Diet Coke and I'd like have to like hide it on my like side as I like quickly walked to like the break room to like set it down. Because, you know, the patients shouldn't see me with like my Coke addiction. Sorry, Diet Coke addiction. How about this? I have like a decent understanding that I shouldn't try and get into other unhealthy types of stuff. Like, it's a good thing I never got into like smoking, because I would imagine I would be way too into that, you know? And it makes it even worse. Yeah, my addiction to Coke. You wouldn't be with Pepsi. The worst thing is I have family, and whenever I go up and visit them, I have to drink their Pepsi, and I'm like, it's so bad. But I'll still take a road Pepsi for the road. Where I'm like, I have 2 hours to drive. I'm gonna need a Pepsi. Or at least one Pepsi to get me to the nearest, like, gas station to then get a Diet Coke. I'm potentially a gambling addict. Uh-oh. That's where it's at? Donuts are the most addictive substance. I have almost zero craving for, yeah, I don't crave sweets. Maybe it's all my Diet Coke I have that I don't ever crave it. You don't bring a 2-liter with you when you visit. A lot of times when we go to like a grocery store while I'm up there, I will go and buy myself some Diet Coke. Take a Pepsi for the road. Like some energy drink. I lost a ton of money to a crane machine one time. I thought, imagine, if this was a slot machine or blackjack. I see that. I've never gambled. Or, like, gone to a casino or anything. I don't think I would like it. I think I'm too much like, why would I spend money on the unknown? I don't know, maybe not. So you don't like regular Coke? I'll spit it out. I'll pour it down the sink. I really don't like normal Coke. I'm always like most upset when I like trust a drive-thru or something and I'm like, it's Diet Coke, right? And they're like, yeah. And then I like get home and I sip it. I'm like, what? It's regular Coke. And I have to like sadly pour it down the sink because I just can't drink it. It makes my teeth like squeak. And I don't know. Don't like it. Oh, gambling on CSGO skins. I want to try. You want to try and go going to a casino and actually gamble for once. Each time I went, it was for an event, so you never got a chance. Yeah, I think it would be fun to like go, you know, you sit down and like maybe set like, I don't know, a limit of how much money you're willing to like spend. I did this hand weird. You know, I never went. Casinos are mega expensive. Minimum bets are like 15. It's not worth it, TBH. At least they were in Vegas. Sip it once you order it and then go full Karen when they get it wrong. The thing is, I do go full Karen. Not full Karen, but I will always like, I most of the time try to like quickly grab the straw and like put it in the drink and get a little sip. And I'm like, and I have to like sit there and ponder. And I'm like, does it taste like Diet Coke? Like, because sometimes the Diet Coke tastes really good. And like the right amount of syrup that I'm not sure sometimes, and I have to like take an extra minute. I don't like taking too long, and I don't want to be wrong. But yeah. And then sometimes you get the Coke Zero, and that's also no good. Nickel slots would probably be your first pick. Or the worst time you have, depending on the luck. DM to the top secret thing. Okay, let me peep this. Oh, this is good meme. I like it. Not enough syrup. No. You ever return food at a restaurant if they get it wrong? I mean, if I'm still in the parking lot, I'll go run in there and I'll be like, I'm missing like half my order. But I think the thing is, you can't have as much fast food as I've had without having to go in and be like a little baby Karen, you know? Because it gets wrong most of the time. But I also like pretty much grew up at like a yeah, I mean it was. I pretty much grew up at like a Burger King slash McDonald's. And so I was pretty close with the workers at them. And so they were almost never wrong. But like if I went to a different place or they had a new employee or something in there, then sometimes there would be mistakes. Which fast foods you like? I like most stuff. The ones I don't like would be like Panda Express. Pretty much it needs to have French fries. And then Chick-fil-A. Yeah. That's probably up there just because I'm almost guaranteed my order is going to be correct if I go to a Chick-fil-A. Orange chicken is crack. I feel like I have sad sad memories I said, I've gone to too much fast food in my life. But like I feel like I have sad memories attached to Panda Express. I mean, yes. Growing up, I pretty much had fast food every day. And then lately, ever since I had COVID, I've not been great about making food at home and have eaten more fast food as of late. There's a place called Zaxby's near me. That's it. I don't know. It's not bad, but you also end up spending too much money on it. Like it's pretty expensive. Um, like sometimes you try and get some food and you end up spending $40. And you're like, how do I spend $40? And you feel bad. And you want to just request and be like, you actually like remove half of that half of that order. But you don't. Um, but it's decent. Chick-fil-A is better though. But the other place is more of like a wing place. Zaxby's is fire. It can be. Sometimes the chicken though can be like not good. But when it is good, it's really good. Trying to think. I don't think I like Hardee's, Popeyes, or Checkers. I think those would probably go under the list of like, I don't like those. Is judging her health choices. That's fair. I work out. Does that make it better? My shoulders are pretty sore right now. Oh, and Taco Bell. I grew up eating a lot of Taco Bell. That I don't ever really want it. But also, if I'm going to get fast food, I want French fries. You know? And it's really just me deciding like what level of French fry do I want. And Wendy's has seriously stepped up its game, so I'm pretty content by doing like the Biggie Five, or I think it's the Biggie Five bag or five. The big, I can't remember. I think it's something like the Big Five bag. But it's $5. You get a sandwich and you get some chicken nuggets and a fries. And you can make it large. So it's probably like $8. That's it, the 5 biggie bag. And man, oh man, like I said, Wendy's has been killing it with their French fries. It's so like, it's so good lately. Do you eat home cooked meals? I do. But like I said, ever since I had COVID, I've become more lazy. But I have a bunch of ingredients right now, so I need to actually make I need to make some stroganoff. And then I have a bunch of boiled eggs that I made today, so I can make some deviled eggs. You disagree? Wendy's used to have bomb fries and then they changed it, but their spicy nuggets are fire. I agree that they're fire, but so Wendy's went through a phase where they had like the compressed French fry, similar to like McDonald's and such, and then they swapped to the like raw fry where they had like the skins on it. They're kind of soggy sometimes. I hated those ones, and that's why I was like, I don't like Wendy's anymore. But recently now, they guarantee you're gonna have hot fries. Otherwise, you can complain and ask for them changed. I've never done that, and I don't think I ever would. Because I think it's like more than I would want to do. But ever since they put that like thing into place, every single time I go to Wendy's, my fries are too hot to eat. So, you know, really good. Cooking stream? Did I tell you guys how I like butchered making some snickerdoodles the other day? It was a mess. I need to go find like a good recipe and try and make it not drunk. If you go to enough fast food stores enough, then it's home, right? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, their fries have been fresher and fresher lately. Yeah, Burger King. So I grew up with Burger King being like, Burger King and McDonald's were my go-tos. Chick-fil-A was for the rich kids. And so I didn't really do Chick-fil-A until I turned like 15. Then I started going to Chick-fil-A. How do you not get big from all the fast food? Did you get baby portions? No. A lot of times I'll end up buying like 2 large fries, but I won't eat both of them in one sitting. I'll eat like 1, maybe 1, and then I store the rest in my microwave, and then I go and eat it later. Oh, you had lukewarm food. You never understood the hype? I guess I don't mind that there's no texture. I kind of like my nuggets to not have texture. Poor kid, yeah. Oh. Yeah. Store it in the microwave. Yeah, you a smooth nugget enjoyer. It's true. So that's probably my least favorite thing about Zaxby's and Chick-fil-A is sometimes the nuggets are too. I don't like I don't like large meat. So like if the nugget is like, you all see that? Like if it's like big, like if it's that big, then I won't eat it in my first sitting. I'll go eat it if I'm really hungry later, but I have to like cut it and then maybe think about eating it later and dip it in enough sauce to like not think about it. But for some reason, it really bothers me. Same thing with like McDonald's. Like McDonald's has like the round and like the boot, and it has like these 3 shapes. I think this one is my fave, the boot. I won't eat the rounds. I give the rounds to somebody else, and then I will eat these ones second. Think these are still your go-to? You see it as a boot? I think it is said there it's a boot. You think it's a pistol? Overrated? No, they taste and smell like funnel cakes. Funny. But yeah, so the round ones are a little bit too large that, again, they kind of weird me out. Like, again, I gotta dip them in enough sauce to, like, get over the fact that it wasn't the perfect nugget. But yeah, my Chick-fil-A nuggets, they have to be no bigger than 1.5 inches. How do I feel about Star Nuggets? It might not pass. Same thing with like dinosaur nuggets. Not sure I can do it. The round ones weird you out too, though, TBH? Yeah, I don't know what it is. But you can't trust those ones. And it was years until I was able to like comfortably eat my McDonald's nuggets. Like I was able to do Burger King's chicken fries because they were very long and thin, you know? You never pay attention to their shape. You like to eat their heads off. I'm weird though, even with like larger pieces of chicken or beef or something in food. Like if I go and get like Chinese food and they chop up the meat, but it's kind of, again, a little bit too big, I'm displeased. I'm displeased by this, and I might try and like pass the meat off to somebody else to eat, or if I get home, I'll try and like I don't know, actually following. What? You can't handle this type of over meat thinking? Susie, can't handle the meat. Yeah, I really, I can't tell. I can't tell. It just, it doesn't sit well with me. There's like something in my brain that's just like, I don't know. Don't eat that. Now it's time for dessert, Mooney. Wow, we've only licked 53 feet in this stream. I feel like those are some rookie numbers. What's y'all's like favorite sauce? When did we start licking feet? We've been licking feet probably since the start of this year, I think. Halo Mateo would know. Barbecue sauce? Okay, okay. Oh, you know what would be funny? Maybe it would be too lewd though. But there's like a video, and I think I've sent it to several people. But they have, there's like a guy. All right, no. It starts off, you're watching a woman, she's getting a tattoo, and she looks kind of like uncomfortable, but like she's feeling it, Mr. Krabs. And then it pans over, and you see a guy like licking her feet and beginning to like deep throat her foot. And then it pans back over to her. And then she's like gasping, right? And then you look back over at the guy. He's just pouring ketchup all over her foot and just eating it. I wonder if I could have that like as like a pop-up or if that would get us in trouble. It's a video where you see it and you're like, what is going on? And then it progressively gets worse or better. Well, yes. I mean, he's eating the ketchup off the woman's foot aggressively. Probably safe. Well, also, the person is like getting a tattoo while it's happening. It's like, man, that person must not be like ticklish at all. But it's like, that doesn't sound like a good mix to me. A little satanic reference. Cannibalism is TOS at first. For this gem track. Maybe I should go back to doing homework. Yeah. I could probably find that video. Maybe I'll share it later. Unless somebody already has found it in stream chat later. It's a weird amount of sensation overload on her end. Yeah, right? I think it was also kind of like an aggressive tattoo. So that's how it starts off, where you're like, ooh. And then you look over, you're like, ooh. Hold on, I want to watch it now. Y'all should all watch it too. There's sound. Oh, there's sound. What an experience in a relationship those two have. I clearly don't know what love is. I have seen that one too. Those are some big toes. The tattoo is terrible as well. Yes. You guys, if they're into it, yeah. I mean, it's just like, it's definitely some mixture of like, right? There's exhibitionist, right? For wanting to do your like weird toe suck in public, like the tattoo artist, you know. She was really into it. You just don't get how everyone in the room has a straight face. Yeah, I couldn't. Oh, so it was in your recent DMs. Nice. It was pretty funny the day when I sent that over to like MB. No feet are safe here. That would be actually a neat statistic to see if you could find out like how much some person's like who's had their foot licked the most, you know. Like who can claim that here? Who has the most suckable toes? I think I'm getting into a very weird truth or dare question. The basement unsucked toes. Oh Lord. I mean, would you rather have unsuckable toes? You know? Or suckable toes? I mean, I guess it would be for what is it? Stream elements like thing. banned due to language or country restriction. What does that mean? Oh, okay. Too bad. I would rather not suck the toes. Sorry. It was due. Weird. I did turn on ads to run once every hour. Like stop the pre-roll. Maybe it's that. But if you're feeling brave. Say about big shoes, insecurity and self-esteem issues. Yes. Is this polo allowed? Only one good answer that's classified? Oh, this is like the song that Sweet Anita uses for like her YouTube videos. Right? It's gonna do the little like thing here soon. Or is just that's a good question. Is all No, I'll say it's not, because like if your dog comes over and licks your foot, you're like, ew. So you gotta take that into account now. It's true. That's probably the worst part. Okay. Well, I feel like I have a decent now. Decent breakdown of this stuff. For like her arms. You're surprised people voted? I'm excited to see the result. All right, she's probably fine now. Probably like carry on and actually line it. But I don't know, the chest looks a little bit lopsided to me. Can't even handle a shoulder massage. I'm terribly ticklish. Oh, that is a thing. When I've had like pedicures done, I'm just like trying so hard to not just like fling my legs about, because like they try and do like the whole foot massage. I'm like, I am so sorry. I am like incredibly ticklish, and they're like, oh no, it's okay. And I'm just like, it's not really pleasant for me. It's just uncomfortable. Okay. New lines. Never mastered the mind over matter. Yeah. Me either. I'm trying to decide if I want to use the thicker line. I probably want to go and actually just do the 15. I do think I want the 20 on the feet specifically. Oh wow. Most of y'all haven't had your feet licked. You know, good to know. Important research. Hey Crayon. Crayon. I don't know if I'll ever be able to say your name. It hits Crayon. Yeah. It reminds me of like when I struggle to like learn a specific, like, I don't know, a group of syllables for like Japanese words. Like my mouth doesn't want to make those sounds together. Asking if a person is ticklish is the illusion of a choice. I'll get it one day. I'm gonna have to pay attention to like somebody else saying it. You know, I should have timed myself. Whatever. Too late now. We were talking about feet. Feet and nuggets. Took up a decent amount of time. I know some of y'all are artists, right? How many of you guys do like line art focused work versus like painting? Or maybe if you don't draw, but do you have like a preference of like clean line art or more of like a sketchy lines? Come on, pick. I do both though, but I prefer line art. Oh, I see. Finding line art so hard, so I do more painting. Always clean. Nice. I really do any work, but mostly line art on my. I suck at painting. Sketchy. Clean lines. Depends on the style I want to go for. You like when line art fades in and out depending on where it is? No, I see what you mean. Yeah. Like, I guess say if there's like more line weight to it. Is that kind of what you mean? Like maybe it fades to like nothing in some spots. One thing that surprises me about like line art I see from like artists I like is I always think it looks really clean, but like if I've done like an intense examination of their lines, a lot of times it's actually pretty messy. Pull off with liner? Help you a bit? But you struggle with liner. 2K, the liner I've seen you do looked really clean and good to me. You strive for cleaner eyeliner? Because that's what art pals can do around you. Oh, they stream on Twitch, right? There's a paint over and puts his line art on certain spots, and it's like a hybrid. I think Sozo Micah kind of does something like that too. You know, I've heard like the TikTok edit of this song. I know I've heard this one now once. How do you know what brush size to use? Well, oh, like me specifically right now. I just decide. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to have like a thicker outline of everything, and then I want it to be thinner on the inside. So that's what I'm doing. So right now we are just doing 15. Most of the time I stick around like anywhere between 10 to 15. But that's just for this type of look that I like. But at the same time, it's hard because it's like I often change what I like in my line art. So it's really hard for me to like take breaks of doing line art and then getting back into it. A sketchy sketch. His feet, nuggies, and line art. Yes. Thanks, Lazy Nizubi, for helping you with your line art. Yeah, I remember. I think it was back when I first started streaming over on Picardo back in the day. I like was following some artists, and I'm like, heck, are their lines so clean? And I like couldn't figure it out. And one of my friends was like, oh, they use line stabilizers. And I was like, what's that? And then I tried to get into Clip Studio Pro and then hated that. Just because I couldn't get over my learning curve. I guess. But yeah, watching the artists using it. I still think artists that draw in Clip Studio Pro have my favorite line art of like any other artist. I don't know what it is about Clip Studio Pro that makes their lines look so good. The only thing that's comparable, at least what I've seen, had been like what is it? Procreate. Also, I didn't realize I could draw a little softer and get my opacity in there. Maybe I need to be trying that. Maybe it'll look a little nicer. That looks garbo. Get out of here. I changed my like pressure sensitivity. And trying to learn to draw softer. Oh, you posted an example? I'll take a look at it. Yeah. Clip Studio does have a built-in line stabilizer, but I don't think that's the only reason why their lines look so good. I don't know what it is. Like sometimes I think it's like the brush settings that they have options to do. Like it can be a thick to thin. Wait. Thin to thick and thick to thin to thick lines. Like, and it's like, I guess you could do that. No, well, someone can, not me. But like, you can get like, when you draw a line, it ends and it's thickest like at the tip, kind of like that, but in the, I was drawing it in the other direction. Clip Studio sometimes on sale, and also for anybody wondering about the line stabilizers, I use Lazy Nezumi, and if you think about picking it up, you know, you could use my affiliate code if you want. But oh, no pressure. But yeah, I actually changed my pressure curve in like the Huion settings a little while ago. And it's harder for me to notice with like a lot of the brushes I use, because I set them all to like require I don't know, like it didn't matter. I could press light and it would still give me like a hard brush stroke. Wait, so if you use Clip Studio Pro, you don't think you would need the stabilizer? You need Photoshop first though? I don't know. So like I said, I have friends who use Clip Studio Pro, and then they also still use Lazy Nezumi along with it, but it does have a built-in line stabilizer. Photoshop does too. It's just called like smoothing. Where is it? Here. So I can turn this on, and now like it really like makes it so I can do smooth lines like that. See? And it's like a little bit slower. So both of these programs have it. Clip Studios is a bit more in depth, but I like some of the other features in Lazy Nezumi. But I remember, yeah, it was like kind of one of those game changers. It was like, this is the hidden secret. One day, I still feel like I will learn how to use Clip Studio Pro. You know, maybe to like get some nice lines, and then also I think I would enjoy getting to see like the time lapses of my picture. Oh, but also, Lazy Nezumi sometimes has sales, so if you also hold off on that. Same with like Clip Studio Pro. But yeah, maybe I should try and use the actual brush with like some paper in it. Because I don't ever think of myself as like an artist who can like do this. Your phone is dying. This might be goodbye for the night. Okay. Well, have a good night, Scott. Thank you for hanging out. Kind of work together, but Lazy Nezumi's rulers are way better than Clip Studio's rulers and guides. I see. I guess I don't want to do that line. I want it to be thinner for the inside lines. Yeah, this music is pretty chill. Because like earlier, I guess last week, a lot of my music was pretty hard and intense. And I felt bad because Halo got a headache. I was thinking I needed some chill jams today. Don't have to feel bad. Well, I do a little bit just because sometimes I get into the zone where I like the like intense stuff. Neon. I see it now. See, I don't know if I would have even thought of that as line art if I were to see it. Like, I think I would just say that's a bit more of like a rougher painting style, where it maintains a lot of, I guess, the sketch. It's rude. It's okay. We have some chill jams today. It paints over them and then puts the line art back in. It's wild. Well, I'll need to catch him doing it. Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, I think like a lot of times people who want to do painting, they do feel like they have to like get rid of a lot of their line work. See those peeps again. You know, I didn't have as many peeps as I should have the other day. Oh, hey, y'all want to see my nails? I did them. They're so cute. I always have my like easy hand, so it's just like flat colors, with like, you see it? There we go. Maybe focus glitter on it. Come on. Come on. No, you're not gonna focus on it. Okay. Well, anyway, that's that hand. But then this one I did French tips. Because it's the hand I can keep longer. And you can't quite see it, but there's a hollow glitter. And then I also did the same, more like this one, but without the glitter on my toes. Very cute. You love it? Thank you. I felt bad because I think it was actually the day I streamed, I kind of like sat in my chair and was like, eh. I'm too, I don't know, dunzo to like do anything at my desk. So I like got up and I'm like, well, tomorrow is Easter, so I should probably have some Easter nails. So I got up and did that. I'm like, you know, I should have just kept streaming and then streamed it. So I'm gonna make a point maybe to start doing that, because it was pretty silly. Oh, but I should have probably taken a picture of myself. It would have been so cringe. But here, I'll draw you a picture. I'll draw you guys a diagram of how I paint my nails. So I was at my coffee table. It's bigger. Not to scale, everyone. All right. And then I'm on my couch, which is beside it. All right. I'm doing a beautiful job with this little diagram. Anyway, so I'm sitting here, like a little thing for me to do my nails on. So I have like true goblin form. I'm sitting like this with both my feet like out on the sides of the coffee table with like toe spreaders because I'm trying to paint my toes and while also painting my fingernails. So I'm like bent over like that. Just a mess. So, you know, I don't know how I would transition to trying to like stream that at my desk. I used to do it. But yeah, lately I've been doing the that position. It's phenomenal posture. I'm stiff too, so like my legs hurt. And one thing that I've noticed as I've gotten older is it's harder for me to like say, here's my leg, bent over, and my arm like reaching around trying to paint my toes, right? But I feel a lot more strain, like I guess on the glutes or whatever, or maybe there's a back muscle, right? That does like the opposite of your like lats, right? Doesn't it like connect here, like your hip and like your glutes? But whatever this is, I feel the strain in there. Full Spider-Man pose. Yeah. So this has been the compromise. I'll pull one foot over and then I'll flop it over to the other side. Because there's a technique, I gotta start with my left hand to make it the nice hand. And then I do both the feet. I like do each of the different coats. Not the butt dimple, but I guess it is at the butt dimple. Around there. Yeah. And then you do the right hand last. After this one has sat long enough to hopefully be dry. I still messed it up. I was very upset. It was like slightly wet from sitting. And leads to like back pain in that area. Yeah, it might be. I often want to try and be able to do a splits again. My art glove back on. But it ain't easy. It's pretty painful. Pretty painful. But oh. I mean, it doesn't feel like I'm breaking anything, but it's like at the same time, you have to like just like, I think a lot of times with some of those stretches, at least something I've read in the past was saying if you want to actually like increase flexibility, you need to like stay in the stretched position for at least like 30 seconds, at least. I might make my pen pressure even more sensitive. So, because right now, oops, get this out of here. Yeah, maybe more sensitive. Or no, that's less sensitive. That's more. I'll try that. Maybe that's better. Maybe we'll do even more. Because before I had it like very opposite. Like, I'll show you. Because yeah, before I had it like that, right? But the vertebrae crack. Hmm. Ah, yeah, see. That's offering more pen pressure. Utilizing the 8,000 something pen pressure sensitivity. One thing I still think would be like a fun gambling, maybe, for the stream would be how many times do I control Alt Z. Gypsy? What is it? Control Alt Z. They do it too much. But yeah, I think big shots. Oh wow, Calvin. Yeah, I don't think you take shots. Nope. Like, see, that's already 2 shots. Did I tell you guys when I went to that speakeasy, there was like a couple and they were like making out like hard, like aggressively. Like the guy had like the woman like pinned up across like a pillar, just out in like the middle of the room. It was pretty cringe. Because it was also like, this is weird because I know like the original now because of Calvin. Yeah, I went to a speakeasy last week. And so there was like the band, and then there was like a pillar in front of them kind of, but off to like the left. And like then there was like a light. And so this couple was just directly under the light. And it was definitely, I don't know. They were definitely like trying to fulfill some type of like fetish for sure. Because it's like, how you don't just do that like in the middle of like everybody, right? Unless that's what you're going for, right? That sounds hot. Maybe. It was definitely cringe for everyone else though. No, I'm okay with PDA, but when it goes on for like 30 minutes with like some like grips from underneath, and there's like my grandma there, you know? Oh yeah, it was going on for a minute. They eventually left, and the speakeasy was actually connected to like a hotel, so you know, I think we all know where that went. I don't know. It seemed like a hookup. It definitely seemed like a hookup. And no hate, but I think the woman was probably like in her 60s, and the guy seemed like he was probably in his like 30s. They seemed like they were having fun, but it made me laugh because the band like made a little like comment about it. They're like, you know, it seems like some people are having some more fun than others. It was like right in front of them. Or maybe that was his grandma. Yeah. It was a lot. How about this? I think PDA is okay as long as it's not at the excessive expense of other people. Is that bad? I mean, I think my thought is like most of the time, at least with like exhibitionist fetishes, it's like it's not necessarily, I mean, maybe it is. Some people are like really into being like, I don't know, almost like on a stage, right? But most of the time it's like, oh, it's just because we are out in public and there's like a chance somebody might see that. But this was just like front and center, practically on the stage with the band trying to just play their music. Just don't have people express affection ways. If you're aggressively making out with people in public, I feel like that's a get a room territory. Only taps on the lips? No, I mean, it's like, some people don't even like hug, you know, like you don't even get like a arm hold, you know? I think that's fine. I think, yeah, I would say unless you're at like, I don't know, a place where people are swinging or I don't know. I don't know if that was the setting. They were the only people kissing in there. Like I said, he had her pinned up onto the pillar. If you're disrupting others, this kind of thing. It's the hidden away and going hard is not a big deal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they were like in the corner of the room, like in the shadow a little bit, it's like we could still see them if we were like trying to see them. But in the very front, almost in front of the band. And it was also funny because I would see other people who also saw them and were like, oh, these people are too much. But then there was also people who were like living in bliss, not knowing what they didn't know, right? Did I feel embarrassed for them? No, I think it was what they had wanted. So there was no embarrassment. I think they were fulfilling their fetishes that night. Just hand holding, maybe keeping it at that level. What is it? Eyes wide shut? Like if it's that kind of setting, yeah, of course, go for it. 100%. Everybody's doing it. But when there was like some grandma's like birthday over there and they were having a good time. Is that not what it's called? That's that movie, right? With Tom Cruise and like the sex party. Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of party where you go and make out. You know, front and center on a stage or whatever you want. I ain't saying they don't. Yeah, like I said, I think since it was so, is obtuse the right word? I think it was their intention to be watched and observed and all that. Yeah, but maybe being watched is what turned them off. I think that's exactly it. I saw that movie when I was pretty young and I was like, girls got some big bush testers, huh? I'm that I like that movie a lot. It's weird, but I like it. Upstage the event you attend. What's the benefit of the audience in that? Yeah. Like, I think, at least to me, I think a lot of like, you know, you get like a cute little cuddle from behind and somebody's resting their head on your shoulder. It's like, that's sweet, right? Nobody's gonna be like, right? Or a little kiss, or a little smooch. I know, I should have taken a picture of them. Have a memory to last forever. And if I don't want that bonus, yeah. It was a weird place. The jazz was good. Oh, yeah, there's definitely levels to it. Yeah, I rewatched it when I was older and I liked it later on. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of one of those weird movies where it's not very clear what's going on. Like you're just kind of there for a ride. And I like those types. I'm paying to see an event and I'm there for the event. And trying to place the event I'm there to see. Making out to jazz. Yeah. And it was also to the like song I requested. And I was like, man, they're really going at it to Beyond the Sea, aren't they? I guess I'm surprised that their staff didn't do anything about it. Although they were doing it before Calvin. It just happened that they also were continuing to do it during my song request. I think they stopped like 2 or 3 songs later. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. How about that? Here's a bigger question. Should the person break up with someone that's not into that stuff? I think that depends on how important that type of stuff is to the person, right? People gotta find a good balance of your fetishes and kinks and all that, right? That's true. You need me to watch in order to get your rocks off. Well, I'm just happy to be involved in some. Maybe that's me. I have like 0 voyeurism fetish. So for me, I'm usually not into that. Some people, though, that's their thing. Well, and that's actually, speaking of that, I remember back when I was a wee thing, learning about the sex and all that. Wee thing. I was like 17. My first, like, I don't know. The first thing that kind of got me into that type of stuff and learning about it was Sunstone, the comic. But I watched like YouTube videos and some of them were saying like, you know, it's kind of healthy and sex positive to like maybe sit down and have, I think it's a yes, no, and maybe conversation with your partner about like, these are things I'm interested in trying, you know? These things I really would like to try and have. And then you kind of compare and see where are your yeses and nos and maybes, you know? And then no, it's not like set in stone, but at least you guys have a more clear idea of what y'all may or may not be into trying. Sex and all that. It tells me something otherwise? What do you mean? There are apps that compare the two and shows the ones in comments. Oh yeah, you're right. I think there's one online specifically. Like a website, I think. And you like send it to somebody and then it compares what y'all have it in common or not. Watching people have sex or get hot and heavy doesn't bother me in the slightest, but for me, I see. No, maybe and please. Called. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called either. Yeah, but also maybe this is just me. I don't like watching movies or shows where the characters have sex. I'm usually like, all right, cut. I don't need to see it. Even the kissing, I don't enjoy. I'd rather see it in like art and I'd rather see it in art or in book form. But yeah, for some reason I don't care for it too much in like a movie. Films are art, huh? Same brain. In book, do you mean to read it or in comic books? Yeah. I'm sorry. I guess I mean in some 2D form of art. I'm a big fan of Eyes Wide Shut. I guess I mean, I don't mind it so much when it's not like the focus. Like if it's more of like setting, I mind it less. Ran out of my Coke. It was a lot of audio to listen to. In a sex dungeon to be okay. Oh. Hold on. Tutorial. Thank you, Calvin. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the norm. Probably not the norm. I don't, but I'm usually. I mean, are you supposed to be aroused by the sex scenes in like movies and shows and such? Sure, you're not usually, Brian. I'm lost and afraid to ask. We're talking about sex scenes in TV shows and movies. Yes? Okay. I am like opposite. I'm uncomfortable. An example of, I think, a sexy scene where I think there's kind of sex going on is in Love, Death, and Robots. There's I can't remember what that one is called. Is it like The Watcher? That's kind of sexy. Yeah, you don't find it arousing, but you don't skip it. Yeah, that's kind of where I am. When you're on public transportation. Gato? Welcome. Thank you for the raid. Oh, I need to tone it down because we're getting raided. How's your stream? One where she's where she sees someone murder someone. Yeah, that's the one that I was thinking. Supposed to be. You aren't supposed to be aroused, but the films use it. Hold on. use it unnecessarily, others use it for some sort of storytelling. Well, it's like in HBO shows, like a lot of times, like in Game of Thrones, at least in like the first season, there would just be a lot of like gratuitous sex scenes. Where it's like, I don't know. Some of it was narrative and needed, right? Like you needed the whole Cersei thing and the Dany thing. Voyeuristic vibe, especially if it's a good movie. Titanic. I actually have never seen Titanic. Hello again. How's your stream? What were you working on? Also, Fusion Tech. Oh my gosh. Thank you for gifting a sub. Yeah, what were you working on today? We were talking about sex scenes in movies and television. And if you like those or dislike those. And yeah, maybe that's for me, but like I like it, I think, in animated stuff more. You want to see the full drawing? Yeah. We're just trying to work on the lines right now. Like, Princess Bubblegum and Marceline. I love their like little like romance, and whenever they kiss, I'm like, ah, so sweet and pure, you know. Blue is the warmest color. It's a French film. By passion and sex. As opposed to the ones that actually build a foundation and mature goals. Might have been too long and extra. No, I haven't seen that. You're also drawing, so you get distracted. No worries. I hadn't seen that. I would say, like, the sex scenes in... What? American Psycho? Is that it? That was also, like... Again, to, I think, drive a point home with, like, the character, right? The one that Calvin brought up? Or like the sex scene in Berserk. It's touching. I don't know. Maybe it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need more love in the sex scenes. American Psycho's sex scenes. Hey, Mythos, that's a very, very good point. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, there's only one. There's only one sex scene. Poor Berserk. There's only one sex scene that's actually okay. Every single other one, they're all bad. That's probably the worst ratio of like good sex scenes. The other ones are again narrative important. Some of them maybe are, you know, they're a lot. Not all films should have sex scenes unless it's educational or funny purposes, in your opinion. What would be the educational, like, this is how to? don't think they should stop. I know I'm usually uncomfortable by them. But I guess I wouldn't want them to not exist. I'm used to being uncomfortable. It's not so bad. Yeah, well, you know, we were luckily spared that. Up the SIG. There he is. I guess that's my thing, is it is just often in the scenes where it's like for the sake of it. Oh, why would you have regretted it? You're kind of clawing me, bud. Kind of clawing me. Gonna get my, yep, it's already covered in fur. Oh. Oh, our opinion about it? Yeah, I hadn't ever seen it. Well, but I guess then you could say that there's sometimes a narrative aspect of like, you know, sex for the sake of sex. You know, maybe there is a narrative point of that as well. Oh, he's like part of the narrative that I'm cool with it. You know, I think I've heard this song before. Oh, Between the Dolls? Yeah. Hmm. You had to learn on your own and from other people. Yeah. I remember like I had like zero talks of sex or or just anything related to like being mature. Like I remember when my doesn't matter. I won't go into that. But yeah, it's just called Winona. But yeah. Even like learning how to use tampons, I had to like ask friends and they had to explain it to me. And then even then I was told I shouldn't use them. Choices earlier in life. Will you be patient and talk to your future kids about sex? Yeah, probably. I would probably be the parent where they're like, you know, Bob, stop. I don't want to talk about that. I'm like, no, we need to talk about it. We'll end up being a sexual deviant if we don't, you know? Yeah. They'll end up like me, you know? You don't want that. Draw them a diagram. Movie about a person addicted to porn. He has to learn that the difference between sex experience compared to the artificial one. Hmm. But now, as like, I don't know. I've talked to my mom about sex, and she's usually like, please, please stop. I'm uncomfortable. But I mean, I get it. She had parents who didn't talk to her about it. And I guess she just continued that trend of like awkwardness around it. Why is the brush so sensitive right here? When Pixie does the sex talk, she pulls out her drawings. I think I was already having sex before I ever had the talk. I switched brushes, that's it. Not how I would recommend people doing it. I feel like I made my like little cuffs a lot more plushy looking. And I feel like I probably shouldn't do that. They should probably be a bit more rigid. Mm. Yeah, I'm not sure. And I've seen like parents who are very positive towards that stuff. And I don't know what the best balance is for it either. On the family computer. Nice. I'm gonna go look up like a bunny suit and maybe we'll get a reference for the cuff. Bunny suit. Because it is just like, I don't know. I often do make them look like fluffy and they're really just supposed to be rigid. Okay. Literally just make it look like paper. Got it. A ring. At school, due to a lack of parents. And it was more awkward than it had to be. Oh. Yep. Now, I don't know how many movies I've seen Winona Ryder in. Like, Stranger Things? I know she's in other stuff. Or you don't remember it? This topic is frustrating. What about it you think is frustrating? About a taboo. Yeah, that's kind of what I think. Like, you don't have to get in there with the details of it all. But it's like, I think I watched a video and they were talking about, like, safe sex. And, like, you know, you need to make sure that everyone has a clear idea of, like, what that is, you know, not just for the baby making, but also, like, you know, STDs. I feel like this is a very different song than the last one. Also, I like it, but we now have to thicken up the line. Did someone say safe sex? Yes. But there's no real answer. Oh, I see. Beetlejuice, Edward Penis Hands, and the Heathers. Oh. Wait, she's in Edward Scissorhands? Wow, I don't remember that. I mean, I see it now. Weird. I've never watched Beetlejuice or the Heathers. Oh, kink and fetishes. Alien Resurrection. I don't know if I've watched that one. That's like the third one, right? Yeah. I like started watching it one day with a friend, but we never had finished it. And I've never watched it. Oh, it's the fourth one? Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one either. Or at least not, like, with devoted attention. Also, I guess with, like, the whole fetish and stuff, if I'm still drawing art that I do, I don't know. I feel like it'd have to come up at some point. Like, some small awareness of it. And, you know, maybe because I'm so, like, into this stuff, if I had a kid, they would be, like, a prude. That'd be funny. That'd be sad, but it would be funny. I feel like often that is pretty true. Like a lot of times the kids are opposites of their parents. Well, it wasn't great. Gersh, yeah. I probably have to get into the habit of like locking my door, having a rule of like knocking. It used to be the funniest thing about like when I would have friends over back when I used to do like a lot of the old commissions I would do. Because most of the time there would be just very, very graphic porn on all of my monitors. And I'd be like, oh yes, that's reference. Welcoming questions. Well, I think only one time it happened where I didn't intend for somebody to see like what I had on my screen, but I think there was like a maintenance guy at my place, and I had to like hop up for a second, and I think it was like, I think I actually posted it on DeviantArt recently. It's a Final Fantasy character, and her breasts are just like out, um, but then the guy was like, "Hey, did you draw that?" And I was like, "Yeah." I did, and he's like, nice. I'm like, thank you. But it didn't go any further than that, so I appreciated it. Okay, let's start the blue. I'm gonna go to a 20. Wait, that's what your demo looks like? What do you mean? You were pretending like it was someone else. No, it wasn't me. Nice. Yep. I had one time, I think it was like a internet guy came over and he like started talking to me like a lot about digital art, but I was kind of like, I don't want to tell you. They were saying that his daughter's boyfriend was in digital art. I'm like, cool. Are those conversations y'all like to have with strangers? I mean, maybe it's different for me because a lot of like the art I've done wasn't for like companies and such, and it was a lot of just like uh a lot of very erotic art. Don't talk about anything you do. You don't want to talk to strangers ever. I see. Yeah, because like most of the time, like even like when I went and saw like my hand doctor, and I told him like, oh, I do art, and you know that's part of where I think the injury is from, right? And they're like, oh, well, you gotta show me or something. And I'm like, maybe. For Kelvin, only if the person's actually interested. I mean, the one time I actually really showed somebody was like my horse event. They came and they like wouldn't stop asking me about like my art. Like they were very like interested. They wanted to know like the kind of art I made, and like the stuff. And I finally caved in. And I'm like, I like asked my mom because my mom was there with me. I'm like, should I tell her? You know, she keeps asking, like she really wants to know. She's like, yeah, tell her. So I did, and she was like, I don't know, it was pretty cool. She's like, that's awesome, and she's like, that's really cool. She's like, I think all kinds of art is art. Thanks. And it was nice, but that's like the one time I went like, I guess deeper into that type of combo. It was my horse vet. Sippy sippy. I'm like out of my sippables. Um, conversations do you like to have with strangers? That's a good point. Are you an artist? Yuck yuck yuck. Do you draw that anime? They're just making small talk. And then I'm just very cutting. About digital art. Yeah. People have a bad tendency to think what you draw defines you entirely. Yeah. Because think you're the next Da Vinci. Well, then they, yet they're like, oh, you could draw, you want to draw me? You're excited for the doctor? No, they seemed like they had really, I don't know, they were really supportive and like cool about it. And it turned out like they were an artist in the past. We're talking about like, oh yeah, figure drawing, nude figures. I was like, yeah, but mine's like a little bit more sexual. She's like, that's cool. Like, oh gee. Ah gee, thanks. Y'all, alright, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'm hot. Yeah, I'm getting toasty. And I'm out of water and I'm out of Diet Coke. So let me go hop up real fast, okay? Well, quick BRB. See y'all in a second. Alright, I am back. How y'all doing? Seems like y'all are jamming out. Oh, you need this mix? It's it says it's just poisoned by Klaus Veen. You think some of y'all are too shy with your art? What do you mean? You know, I never adjusted the air. Were you asking if I went to art school? Add ice to your Diet Coke and you don't need water? I'm gonna skip this. This band is like good, but some of their music is a little slow. What I want. What was that mix, Pix? It says it was just called Poison by Klaus Veen. It didn't say it was a mix. I'm scrolling. No, yeah, Poison. That is what it was called. Also, you guys can kind of see the blob of Alice. Let me... Yeah, I might be able to, like, move it. You guys can see a little bit more of her form. They're just staring at us. Just staring, hard stare. Also, the light. Sometimes it looks a little shiny. That's okay, I guess. I gotta live with it. Live with the shine. Alice is always judging us. Always judging. I actually need a shaver, I think. She's getting a little bit, like, matted. Maybe? It's hard to tell. I, like, went and tried to brush her the other day. And back when I lived at my old place, I would regularly, like, shave all of my cats during the spring. But I don't want to do it this year. At least not with, like, Siggy and Jet. But I might take Alice to, like, a place or something. Yeah, and sorry, back to kind of like what we were talking about earlier. I think, like, I don't know, it is weird. I don't know if it's, like, embarrassment of my art, but it's like, I don't know, maybe there is some shame. Shame of drawing the lewds. Or at least a desire to not want to talk about it. Do they complain or fidget when you cut their hair? Yes. Yes, they do. They're all pretty patient with it, though, but they do scream. There's a lot of yowling. But when I've taken her to, like, a groomer before, they've said that she's not a problem for them. Haircut stream? No. We have this gift, and we kind of have to hide it. I don't know. It's kind of BS. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, it sucks that there might be, like, some unresolved, negative feelings towards, like, yourself. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, you know? I just don't talk about it because people switch up or look at you different. That's all I talk about. Yeah. Is it embarrassment that you might not think it's your best work to show them? Maybe some of it is because it's like a lot of that old artwork. It's like a lot of that is like other people's ideas, and it's not really I don't know, representative of like what I like. Sorry, my throat is dry. It's called Do It To It by A Craze. Made my eye water. Honey, you weren't thinking about it? Oh, draw attention. Isn't that art though? It's subjective. Yeah. I feel you on the old art being from others' ideas. Yeah. Because, I mean, you know, artists gotta work, you know? And it might not be their jam, but it's like if it's all you gotta show. I think for many years it was like that was the case. I don't know. I've been lucky though, like more and more, like probably in like the last 2 years of doing art more along the lines of like what I had interest in and not doing stuff like that I didn't want to do anymore. I like randomly got like a cut, but it's really thin and fine, but on my thumb, and it keeps catching on stuff. I'm gonna have to like, when it's also like dry now. Oh, gross. Hey, Arca. Are you getting all these jams? It's not a playlist of mine. I just went to Claus Veen, Ordinary Days, and then I set it up to do a radio mix. So it's just been playing all of these. How do you generally approach studies? Well, I haven't done a study in like a real long time. Is there like a specific study you're thinking of? Like, there are some stuff I think I want to do a study on, but I haven't, and maybe it's like me overthinking, like what needs to go into a study session. But say I want to study. I've done little baby studies of this type of thing, but like, I feel like a lot of times when I do a study, it ends up being like a picture. Like this picture here was a study of line art and me trying to figure out like I like played with it. I think I drew it several different times, like with different line weights, and then I settled that like I liked this one the most, like having these thin inside lines, but still allowing there to be depth, but a lot of thin inside lines with a lot of detail. But then again, edges being very bold, and then again back to detail. So that was me trying to kind of study. It ended up just being like kind of a picture. Also, Franco, thank you so much for gifting a sub. Arca Amarak? I know we've discussed your name, but I always feel like whenever I have to say names again. Thank you so much. Trying to do studied of various head shapes and you weren't happy with the outcome. I guess a question then that I have with like a head study is like, if you're doing different head shapes, are you talking about just like more of an oval shaped face versus like a more like heart-shaped face. Is that kind of what you're talking about? Or are you talking about like you have your head? Sorry. You have like a head. Once you divide out your shape or your proportions for where things should sit, like your nose, your eyes, your brows, your mouth, like a lot of times you can do studies by like changing the shape of the face by changing those proportions on like a generic face setup. You know what I mean? Isn't that good? Making a study into a picture that says that you can handle it pretty well, though. But it's not. I feel like it would have been okay for me to have just done like a ball maybe or something. Like could draw a ball and then have it like with like a clothing or something on it, and then I could sample a bunch of things more quickly and get an idea of how I want to handle just how I would approach that, I guess. Arc. Okay. Arca. Arc. That's what I think what we settled on. Yeah, but thank you again, Franco. Otter tats. Thank you for following. But yeah, if I wanted to draw a hair study, I would think I would set up a base head that's bald. Maybe even with no features or add features. And then figure out like on each of like the different ones, I'd probably have like a bunch of these. And then I would try like what type of, maybe not necessarily hairstyles, but if I'm also trying to like, maybe I'd go and look up a picture of hairstyles and then I draw those. But then my goal of the study is to find like a nice stylization of the hair. And I would try, the study would, I guess, then be creating a consistent, nice looking style with good design on each of those forms, but with the different types of hairstyles. I don't know how that helpful though. Like if you could apply that to like yours. Yeah, I think getting to do like multiple tests and try and figure out what it is that you don't like and then work to figure out what you do like with it. So the best way to emulate, in my opinion, is try to break down the shapes and lines and see what works. How I paint and / do the brush strokes. How I guess I never saw though. What did you mean by the head shapes? Was it kind of like what I was saying with like the I don't know. Are you talking about like anime proportions, or if you were talking about like the oval or whatever, oval, heart, triangle? And the mind of the artist you're emulating. Oh yeah, I guess if you are emulating an artist. Maybe if you're emulating another artist, it also could be beneficial to do kind of a red line over the other artist. And then, you know, kind of take some mental notes or some actual notes of like what about those proportions was appealing to you, you know, like what were those choices there? I was working out the proportions of the head. A lot of the heads I have are feeling same-ish. I've heard, I think it was Ergo Josh. He was saying like, it's okay if your faces look same-ish. Like Disney kind of has like a similar look that they always go for. Like it's not bad. If you want to have more diversity in your characters, then you could do that. But there's nothing, I guess, inherently wrong with it. Because it's like sometimes like with anime, a lot of times the characters all kind of have the same exact face and such, but with like different features sometimes on it. And that's like the change, right? About lazy Nazumi for this. Yeah, it's good to try and find like what you like and just try it a few times. But yeah, changing um facial features and then varying like where you place say the eyes or the nose and such, like if they have a more squished nose or bigger lips or something, it can give you a different look. Wondering if I made like this part of the think I like. Yeah, I think I like that mine. But I was using a smaller. Um, Mooney, did you end up finishing your piece for Mari's challenge? I help, I don't know, but Richmond talks about how to mold different of head, almost like architecture, if that makes sense. Hmm. You know, I have Bridgman's book, I just have never read it. I haven't. I haven't. I haven't also read it all the way through like Andrew Loomis for Your Drawing for All It's Worth. Like I think I got to like page 100 something and then stopped. Like I think it was at a point where they're like, "Oh, you actually have to draw. Like you can't like just continue reading." I was like, "I ain't drawing. I'm reading." And I stopped. You only have it a quarter? So don't look at the hand section. Is it difficult? I have a lot of art books. I need to sit down and do that. That was a part of like my New Year's resolutions, is to read some books this year. And we have no books read yet. I've read a lot of fictional books, but not a lot of art books. I think the issue with me with like art books is you do have to like put in like a study point um with them. Like you can't just sit there and just take in all the information without trying to practice it. Because then it doesn't, I think, sit in the right way. It's the hands. You avoid them like the plague. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hands are difficult. See you later. How long can this username be? Yeah. Every time I sketch in where the hands would be, they just have a ball or fan shape. In 3 weeks? Wait, why in 3 weeks? And I think having the simplified hands isn't bad. But like when you're sketching them out. Oh, so you can work on drawing legs. I see. It's a good choice. Yeah. They like also like doing anatomy studies. Oh, I need to just sit down and try and do it. I'd like to like blame, I think, like having not gone to school, but I don't know. It's been long enough that I just need to learn how to like actually sit down and study things. Sleepy pet cam moments. Yeah, Alice. And then I have Siggy over here. While I'm checking Raid Shadow Legends. There's like an event going on right now, so I'm trying to make sure I'm doing it. Tough robot hands, huh? You like robots and anatomy a lot. Have you posted your art before? In the Discord? I like robots too. I am still on Raid. Yes. Oh, I see. How come? I've been playing it since We were sponsored. I'm finally starting to be able to like do different kind of content. The clan, big clan? No, we lost that one. I think we lost it badly, if I recall. I can't remember if it was a... Yeah, no, we were winning at the beginning, and then all of a sudden they had like just 3 people in their clan, like just going hard. Probably spending money and all that. Have you paid to win yet? No. Hey, you know, a good hand drawing, much like a good foot drawing, right? It's impressive. Required a lot of skill. Unless it's like a badly drawn foot, and then maybe, you know, then it's just not nice. Oh, hello. We like to suck toes here. We did a poll earlier on whether or not you have or have not had your toes sucked before. Wait, you can be honest. Hands can be so pretty, yeah. I used to not understand how people found feet attractive. So then you start answering art stream. If I ask what size canvas you're drawing this on and why you chose the size. I think for this one I picked 8,000 by 8,000, so it's kind of big. Yeah, 8,000 by 8,000 out of 300. Yeah. Part of it is because if say I wanted it to be a sticker or something, I feel like there wouldn't be any loss in like information, really. Or like it wouldn't, I don't know. Maybe it's the wrong approach, but I would want it to just make sure it could be clear. And I generally find that around that range, like a minimum of, I don't know, if it's like a narrow piece, maybe it'd be like 2,500 wide, but then like however tall it needs to be. But always 300 DPI. Yeah, stated the opposite. But that was having your feet sucked. Not necessarily if you partook in the sucking of feet. You didn't know a pull like that happened? Yeah, we did it earlier. It's true. I was asking also earlier, it's like, you have, like, You know, would you rather have suckable toes or unsuckable toes? No? Hope you guys exfoliate. Pretty nervous about the lace frills and such. Do many of you guys, sorry, kind of unrelated, but do many of you guys like draw full time? Or do you guys also like, for those who do draw, is it more just for like your own fun or hobby? Or just a side thing, I guess. I could understand someone asking to kiss the foot, but to put all the saliva on it. Reaching for a dictionary. You could draw full time. You take comps from time to time. Right now, it's a hobby to draw. Okay. I see. I see. How's everyone's arms feel? Yes. That's one thing I was noticing, like, I don't know, being upset with is like the arm trying to give out on me. You intend to draw full time? I see. The weekend passes, you'll be able to go ham on Art for Real. Late Night Pixie is pretty cool. It's fun. It's very different. Feedback is unlimited time though. Oh, I see. What changes in a weekend solo switch? Also trying to be good enough to do it for money. Always seems like such a far out possibility. It probably isn't as far as you'd think. I think sometimes there's a part of me that misses having a job beyond art, because sometimes I feel like there's a lot of pressure of just doing the art full time. But I think, pretty lucky to be able to do what I'm doing. but I still feel it sometimes. I'm like, should I pick up this part-time job? And I'm like, probably not. Um, for me, we have a state championship, and then the season's over. Then you're gonna take a week off from coaching. Oh, I see. I didn't know you were a coach. Oh, very cool. I used to draw as a hobby, a lot of traditional art with graphite pencils. Oh, so do you not draw anymore, Coffee Addict? So you can get away from the gym. I see, I see. No, there's another cup on this side. Those who are able to do it for a job, but I also understand that it's not like it's perfect either. Yeah. Sorry. I was briefly also playing Raid Shadow Legends on the side. Briefly. Done. Trying to think of what I want to do next. Probably work on this foot. I haven't fully wanted to draw that like little like half thing. If I did art full time, I would need. You spend too much time drawing. Yeah. I definitely feel like it can breed a lot of like unhealthy habits. Like, at least for myself. When I'm drawing, I don't want to stop drawing. I'm being away from real perfect. Hmm. Doing the zone sometimes, yeah. Not anymore. I reckon I could still if you had. But you got plenty on your hands. I see, I see. I see. I miss drawing with pencils. I feel like I'd be interested in it, but I feel like there's also all that pressure. Maybe there isn't pressure and it's made up pressure. I'm kind of, I don't know, I feel that same type of way when I try and use like Procreate for some reason. Like it triggers the same stuff that bothers me with like my traditional artwork. Drawing with the pencils where it's at for you? Hmm. The challenge that you need? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what that's like. I miss how easy it felt for me. And maybe that's also kind of why it upsets me that I can't do or that I don't do it is because it doesn't feel like natural and intuitive anymore. When I was like younger, it was like pleasant, easy. Still need to learn colors. I actually do paint. I did it back in middle school. Uh, I feel like getting into paint, traditional painting, pretty cool. Like I always think it's cool when I see people do like plein air painting. Or I guess in general, I would really like people who watercolor and do gouache. I think I'm gonna save this part for when I have more attention. I'll do some inner lines. I'll do a size 6 brush for like the legs. Separating out our forms a bit. Yeah, did painting as well, but again, just felt pencils were best. Huh. I guess I never got into sparkle or anything like that too, like drawing on newspapers and such. I was looking at some JC Linedecker and I mean knows how to paint. Oh, you saw stuff was from the present day. Yeah, for sure. Can't remember who it was. I'm wondering if it was like Calvin, maybe. I don't know who it was who was saying like, yeah, I should do that. Who does like JC Linedecker, but I think was saying how like everybody likes it. Maybe it was Cynics. Can't remember who. But yeah, I love his stuff. And a sippy. Okay. I'm starting to get, I think, tired. Okay, and save. And cute. Thinking her arm that's up is a bit too short. Oh no. My lats and shoulders are sore now. It's been taking them a while this time to get sore. I think my workout was, maybe it was just yesterday. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna erase that other arm. That back arm, because I'm pretty sure it's too weirds me out. I am noticing like some little differences. Like I think my legs are more cut and defined than they used to be. Which is exciting. I just bought before I went went live today. I actually was out looking at some Converse because I needed some new shoes to wear to the gym slash like an everyday shoe. So I went and bought some new Converse. Yeah. It's getting buff, yeah. I'm at least getting stronger, which is exciting. And for me, I struggle a lot. I think to have a schedule, obviously, we're supposed to start at like 2, and I usually start at like 4 on stream days, but it's nice when I have like some schedule. I think it helps me stay healthier. Maybe I won't draw that bottom line yet into the basket. Do that to help with the arm fatigue. Oh, you mean the hand stretch or working out? I have to be careful with the working out. I think it might be better now, but for a while, like pressing on my hand, was like injured and injuring it. So like I wasn't able to like bench and such. I might still hold off now on that for a bit, but this last shoulder day was the first time I was able to do some of the workout stuff. But I think some of the stuff will eventually help, like building up hand strength in general should help it. Not all pains is gains, yeah. Well, and most of it has not been injury. Like I don't know if that I injured my hand at the gym. Like I don't think I did. Um, Hard to tell. I think I'm gonna have to look up the frills later. Him as well, and it helped your body fatigue. So there's that. Yeah, that's kind of one of the things. Like one of the days, I actually had to go to the gym by myself without like my friends. Um, and I went before stream, and I actually felt pretty good that whole day. That was like cool. Yeah, I think trying to a schedule, working out, getting your body moving, probably healthy. You start hitting the home gym again. Oh, yeah. I'm kind of wanting to maybe. I probably should try and diet here soon just because I've been eating so poorly lately. Drinking, just friends and such, being in town. Diet, yeah. I'm not sure what it would have to be. I'm not talking Diet Coke, if anybody was wondering. I'm staying on there until I'm good and ready. Um, but I guess, like, I don't know. I have to think about it later. I had to go. Yeah. Always love those emotes. You were about to say? If you have to be buried with Diet Coke in your hands. I actually made like a long joke with my friends about how like, yeah, I want to be, I don't actually, by the way, but, being like embalmed with Diet Coke, that'd be pretty funny. I know, I'm getting tired, y'all. Ugh. A little tired. Students, thank you. I will soon. Soon, I think. But I think, yep, because I'm starting to get some of the forearm pain. So I think here soon enough. Coffee to the rescue. I mean, I'm drinking Coke, and it is like 11 p.m. for me. Is like your teammate who drank Red Bull. I still like Red Bull. If I can get a Red Bull. Yeah. Oh, but I was gonna say, I started drinking some 7 Up, and I like it. And I was thinking how like if it gets um like later in the night, you know, it's a little bit nice to like swap over to the sugar free. And it's like a different flavor, so that's kind of exciting. It's no Pepsi, so that's always good. No, no, not Forsaken, but I don't mind it. Like as a late night drink. Is your favorite soda too? My man. Did to quit Red Bull for the kid. Oh, and the kid when you track for Christmas. Right, Pixie's late night drink. It is computer data healing. I like it. Ugh, these little lines though. Like, who does that bother other than me? I feel like I need to make this line a little bit thicker for some of the weight of it all, you know? Isn't embalming supposed to preserve the body and cola would degrade it faster, I think? I think there was, I don't know if it's true, but there was always like comments that there's like formaldehyde in Diet Coke. And so there is formaldehyde often in the preserving process. So maybe, I don't know. Bruv. What? What? You know that? Yeah. And I still drink it. I ain't denying that there is a problem. I'll have like a mental breakdown if I can't have my Diet Coke. There's panic. Panic will ensue. Um, I'm just not ready to do anything about it yet. That's what I've said. I got in trouble once for telling some kids that they're chewing gum, calm them, since it had aspartame. Save. Pixie panic. Yep. It ain't pretty. There's tears. There's anger. Trying to decide how I want. That looks good. I was trying to think like if this bottom part of the heel also had like a lip kind of on it, like this part. You still thought it was funny at the time. Still waiting for that sponsorship, Coca-Cola. To have beautiful skin when I'm 70. It is kind of nice though being able to draw again. Even like it sucked when my arm hurt first. Yeah, I do need to push it out more. They like they're separate. It was torture. It really was. No, I think whatever I did here is bad. Like it's a part of whatever this is. Maybe that's like a leather part. Even that. I think I might be done. I think my brain is not wanting to cooperate with me anymore. I thank you guys for hanging out with me for this late night stream. Ugh. Let me get this out of the way. Thank you. I'm happy with parts of it. I think the hand looks pretty good. The arm looks all right. I think everything else, is like, it's all right. I'll sit with it. I think I need to do some of the like heavy thinking for like placement of designs and such, like the lace and the frills and such. I'll have to ponder them more, but it's more than I want to ponder right now. And great. Well, thank you. I'm gonna go set us up to go raid somebody. Let me see. Let's go raid Mari. Yeah, thank you guys again. I really appreciate y'all being here and hanging out. It was fun having you, Fusion Tech. I feel like it was really nice. All right. Yeah. I will be back on Thursday, and like I said, I might not be streaming on Saturday, so I may stream on Friday to make up for it, or I might just do like an early stream and end maybe early on Saturday. So we'll see. I'm not convinced of anything. I don't know yet, but I'll let y'all know when I know. Thank you for the stream, grandmas and feet. You're welcome. Y'all take care, and hopefully see you Thursday. Bye.